Back at you with another episode. Like, share this episode. Tell me what you think and all that good stuff. So, today I'm going to talk about online dating as you know it. And a lot of people will say, online dating is a scam. And I'm like, well, if you do online dating like most people do, you're probably not going to get no results. I don't do things like most people do. And being online, you probably heard people say stuff like, well, you got to dress good, look good, smell good. You got to get a haircut. You got to feel good with the clothes you got on. You got to take your shirt off if you got a six pack and take a picture while you're standing up in the mirror and send that over to the girl in DMs, or you got to send her a dick picture or all kind of silly shit that you've heard it all if you've been online for a while, and I'm telling you, almost none of that stuff works for most guys, and even for most women. It don't work, because if women are on the receiving end of all these pictures from these weirdos, they end up not meeting any of these guys anyway, because they weirdos, freaks, and degenerates. So it doesn't work. Look, of course you want to look good. Of course you want to smell good. Those stuffs are given. I mean, you shouldn't. That stuff is not going to help you meet someone in person, though. That's the problem with just giving basic, general information. You know what I'm saying? If I'm on a dating website and I'm sending someone an email, whether it's on Match.com, Plenty of Fish, whatever, they don't know how I look. They don't even know if that's really me in the profile. I might be butt naked. They don't know. That's not going to change my way of thinking, sending them the email, and they don't really know who I am. They don't even know if I'm a real person. The only thing I have to rely on is my way of communicating. That's all you have. Basically, the pictures could be a lie. And in a lot of cases, the pictures is a lie for a lot of people. A lot of people put up old pictures, or they put up pictures of somebody else. So you really don't know who you're talking to, for sure. So if I notice I'm trying to take this conversation from online to offline as quick as possible. I'm not trying to be online for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, saying I got some online relationship with somebody that live in another country. And this is what people are being taught, this stuff. I've never done any of that stuff. I met people all over the country, all over the world, but I don't sit online and act like we go together. Like, that's my girl. She live in Brazil. She live in Colombia. She live in Texas, and I live in North Carolina, or something like that. And I never seen her before. I never even talked to her on the phone. I never even FaceTime with her. To me, this just doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So, but see, when I came online, nobody was teaching online dating. Everyone, it was kind of like the Wild Wild West. Everyone was just trying to figure out things on their own. And whenever we would find something that worked, we shared it with everybody. And what worked is trying to get that person from online to offline, trying to meet them in person as quick as possible, getting them on the telephone, text, and then you follow up to hopefully meet them in person. If the vibe is right, you might get somebody on the phone. You might not like the conversation, or you might not like the text. So if that's the case, well, you're not gonna want to meet somebody in person if you don't like the vibe that's on the telephone. You know what I'm saying? But you would have never known that because you stayed on the internet sending emails back and forth for 12 months. And then what happens when you meet somebody in person? Some people you meet in person, you don't like them. You don't like them. The vibe's off. Maybe they don't smell good. Maybe they don't look good. Or maybe they don't look like the pictures in the profile. Maybe the picture they uploaded was 2, 3, 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? This type of shit happens. Or maybe they don't like you. Know what I'm saying? So this is why I created my own program, my own way of doing things. So if you want to get in this, go to chooseyourrelationships.com/online, and that'll get you started. You know what I'm saying? And see, one of the main reasons why a lot of people don't get the results they want, because first of all, they don't know who they are. That's first thing. And a lot of people, they want the person that don't want them. So in other words, the girls that he want ain't really feeling him like that. And a lot of women are like this too. A lot of women, they want the guys they want, but the guys ain't feeling her like that. She said, this is a big problem. And this goes above just online dating. Just socially speaking, this is a big problem in society. People want who don't want them. People are attracted to people and they just think that, oh, they should be attracted to me too. No, it don't work like that. Nah, it usually don't work that way. Based on my experience, and I've been living for a while now, usually don't work like that. Everyone usually vibe with a certain type of person, whether you're a man or a woman. And based on my experience, the people that I vibe with are very similar. And it doesn't matter what country I'm in, what language they speak, how they grew up. I usually vibe with a certain group of people, a certain type of woman. And it doesn't matter the skin color, the none of that shit usually matters. I vibe with a certain type of woman. Now, over time, I've pretty much figured out the type of woman that would be attracted to me, and I just happen to be attracted to that type, like 99% of the time. So being that I know the type of women that would be attracted to me, and I'm attracted to that type, and I'm online, those are the types that I usually reach out to, because I know the likelihood of her being attracted to me is very high. That's because I'm looking for shit. I'm trying to make it easy on myself. I'm not trying to make anything difficult at all. You know what I'm saying? And the world is not fair. Everything is difficult as it is. So I'm not trying to add more difficulties on top of difficulties as it is. And see, most people don't know who they are. That's a problem. That's why. So if you don't know who you are, you're always going to struggle. And see, a lot of people approach the online space wrong, because people are looking for a shortcut. It ain't no shortcut. Regardless of where you meet the woman at, you still got to talk. You still got to interact with her. You have to meet her in person eventually. And if you want to get to know her, if you want to smash, you still got to talk. There's no way around it. Unless you want to get a prostitute. Even a prostitute, you got to talk. Even a prostitute, you got to talk. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way around talking. Doesn't matter where she at. Where you meet her at is one thing, but you still got to eventually, hopefully, get on the phone. And then if that goes well, you meet her in person. And you might not like her. You might not like how she smell. You might not like how she look. You might not like her feet. You know, you might not like how she talk. You might not like her vibe. You might be too ghetto for you. It could be anything. You might not like how she dress. You know, it could be anything. You might not like her hair. You might not like her style. You know, it could be so many things that could happen. But if you stay online for 12 to 18 months sending emails, you would never notice. You'd be wasting your time. So I figured out all this shit on my own, like down to the science, really. And the best part about this is I use these skills in my everyday life. You know what I'm saying? And see, when I started applying these skills when I was in the direct sales, like 10 years ago. Oh, this is much bigger than just dating. I learned this when I was in direct sales. Because I learned, see, at one point I was around people that were online just like me. And I learned from them. And I realized that they were doing or saying something that was different from me. And it was basically how they were communicating to people online. How they engage people online, how they look at their profile. You know, those were the things that I wasn't doing at the time because I didn't know what to do. I wasn't even aware that it would even make a difference. But it's the little things that make a big difference. It's the things that we take for granted that make a big difference. We don't even think about it because we don't really think it matters. But I've learned in life, everything matters. Even the things that you take for granted, everything matters. You don't get away with anything. The reason why you don't have what you have, you're not getting the results you want. You lack the skills. And you don't have the right mindset. You don't have the right skill sets. That's why you don't have what you have. If you had the right skill sets, mindset, and the right habits, you would have what you want. So go to chooseyourrelationships.com/online. That'll get you started. You can thank me later. Like, share this video, and all that good stuff. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Yonder Mongo.